Hi everyone, we're Tim and Shahad.
And I'm Marre. Welcome to our channel.
We are a full-time traveling family sharing our experiences around the world to inspire and be inspired. We've learned that the most amazing experiences come from stepping out of your comfort zone and challenging yourself to see things from a different perspective, whether that be trying new foods or living like the locals.
There's always a lesson that can be learned and always room for improvement. Traveling has taught us that the good times would not feel as good without the bad times, and the world is not as scary as it seems.
So stick around and join our adventure as we explore, learn, and grow. Hi guys, so we just made it to our 13th country, Philippines.
Woo!
Yay!
We're super excited to be here. We've heard a lot of good things about the Philippines.
Yes.
It looks extremely fun too.
We just actually got here last night.
Yeah.
We had the weirdest plane ride airport experience ever since our travels actually,
Yeah,
because we had booked our flight to from Malaysia to the Philippines, and it was only like a 2-hour flight, and it was in the middle of the day, like 12 p.m. and it just got canceled like 3 days before.
Yeah.
So they put us on the next flight, which was
at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yes.
So we had such a weird day, and then we had to plan our day all around us, like flying at 1 a.m. And then it was a 2-hour flight to get here, so we were supposed to land here at like 3:30. Like the
3:30
sleep
a.m.,
schedule was completely messed up.
we didn't really vlog anything because we were so tired.
Yeah.
But like we went to the airport at like midnight, and it was like it took half an hour longer than it was supposed to board, and then we didn't end up leaving until almost 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And then we got here.
We went through immigrations and all that.
Yeah, and it wasn't until 5 a.m. that we got here.
Yeah.
I was just so tired, so lazy. I felt like I just couldn't move.
Yeah.
It was
It was
just
rough.
it was just so hard. And
Yeah. We all were not in the best moods.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rough.
Some of us had some cranky fits, which are understandable because of all the stuff that
Yeah.
happened. But it was just really weird because there was no reason for us to be jet lagged coming here because it was only 2 hours away and they're in the same time zone. But because of the flight time, we ended up getting here. It was like an overnight flight basically,
Yeah.
and we didn't get here until like 5 a.m.
5 a.m.
So we were super exhausted, passed out, and we
I
woke
felt
up pretty late.
myself-
But we are here now in the Philippines.
Yep.
We were very sad to leave Malaysia though.
Oh yes, for sure.
Malaysia was so amazing. We spent about a month and a half there, and it was
wasn't
just
enough.
so beautiful. Definitely one of our favorite countries we've been to. It was very underrated, and we love it. And all the Malaysian people have been so amazing. And thank you guys all so much for your support from Malaysia.
Thank you so much, Malaysia, for all the things you gave to us.
Yes, we did make some incredible memories there, and we will always be grateful for Malaysia.
So yeah, we landed in Manila. It was the first stop on our Philippines agenda. So we got a couple days here. We're gonna explore, try to see everything that we can do here.
Manila is the capital city of the Philippines. There was a lot of history here, and we have learned that the best way to learn more about a place is by taking a tour from a local guide here. So that's exactly what we're doing today. We have booked a
Bamboo bike tour.
bicycle tour, yes, and we're gonna explore the old side of Manila. It is called Intramuros, I
Something
think.
like that.
Something like that.
It's a walled city.
Yes, so it is a walled city that has a ton of history,
Yes.
a lot of old buildings, and we're going to be learning all about that today.
Yeah.
So that should be fun.
So let's go. So we made it to the place. We bought this cool little bike right here for Ruby.
Yeah. She's going to be riding it on the sidecar because the other bikes are a little too big for her, and
Yeah.
that's the best thing, but
Yeah.
she's super excited. So it's called Bam Bike Eco Tours, and they have bicycles with this whole center made out of bamboo.
Yes.
And we heard that it takes actually a long time for them to build the actual bamboo side, it takes like about 4 months, I think that it said, to build it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Yeah, so we're gonna start the tour and we're just gonna see this whole city. So it is actually really different from the place that we're staying.
Yes,
you can tell it just looks so much older and there's so much charm here. Such a beautiful place. I mean, just the place we're standing in right now, there's like a waterfall,
it's a cool courtyard,
in the center. Yeah, it's very beautiful already. And you can kind of see it has like a lot of Spanish architecture.
Yes, definitely.
So we're super excited to check out this place.
So let's roll.
Alright, so we're on the little sidecar made out of bamboo. And Timmy's in the back. You ready?
You okay with that?
No, perfect.
You comfortable, Tim?
Yes.
There we go. We're going.
It's really bumpy here. Really bumpy.
So we just concluded our bamboo bicycle tour around the walled city, and it was such a cool tour. We learned so much about this place. This place was actually the original Manila, like one of the oldest districts in Manila.
So the indigenous people that lived here in the first city of Manila were actually taken over by the Spanish. There was a Spanish ruler he came from Mexico. I forget his name. But he came from Mexico and basically took over. Manila was under the Spanish rule for a long time.
Yes, but before the Spanish rule, there was a Muslim ruler that came here from Brunei, and he had control over this place for such a long time. Along with the indigenous people, they were still here, but he had the rule for such a long time. And then came the Spanish conqueror,
Sure, yeah.
and he took over Manila. So he said that studies show that the name Manila came from the Arabic words min Allah, which means from God. So I had no idea that it had so much history like that involved Islam and everything. That was just really,
was
really
really cool.
fascinating. Yeah, we knew that it had like Spanish influence, but we did not know that it had Muslim influence as well from the people that conquered it the first time.
Yeah, the walled city is actually a wall that connects 5 fortresses that are on like each point, like around the entire city, and they were basically built to keep out invaders, because it was part of like the trade route between like China and like Europe and all that. So it was like a strategic point for like people along that route to take over. So
yeah, like pirates and people like that. So that's why that was built, and during Spanish rule. So it was also under British rule for a little bit of time, and then during World War II, the Japanese actually tried to conquer Manila.
During World War II, or at least right before World War II, but then the Americans actually came over and basically pushed Japan out, and I believe they gave Tunisia their independence.
Yeah.
On July 4th, actually.
Yes. So,
which is really cool.
Yeah. So their Independence Day, when they were finally liberated, like the last time they were liberated was July 4th.
Yes.
So for the longest time, they celebrated Independence Day on July 4th.
Yeah.
But then they said that they wanted to recognize the original date of liberation, which was June 12th.
June 12th, yeah.
June 12th. So that is their Independence Day. They call it Manila Day, right? So that's really interesting.
Yeah,
like I
cool.
had no idea all this history about the Philippines. We went through a lot.
The tour is really cool. We definitely would recommend it. We went to a bunch of different like spots along the wall. We got out. He explained that it's an insane amount of history at each spot. It was like an hour and a half filled with like information about the walled city.
I almost wish I had like a notebook and paper and wrote notes down because there was so much information.
There was so much.
But it was super cool, and we got to see the actual wall, and the wall was actually really thick. How big?
He said it was 10 meters thick.
Really fascinating.
Yeah, it was
and
really fascinating.
you can really see the difference because we came here from Makati, and you can see the difference as soon as you get here. It just looks so old.
Yeah, it's a totally different city.
It's a totally different city. It seems like
it's crazy.
Yeah, and they actually call this side Intramuros, which means the city in the walls. And then that side, everything outside of here is Metro Manila. If you don't want to do like the guided tour, you can come here and rent those bamboo bikes and then just ride around the city yourself. And I think that would be really cool too because it gives you a lot more time. And there's like signs and everything that kind of explain in detail like different things. But if you do want like a little bit of a history lesson, definitely take the guided tour because you will learn a lot.
For sure, So we're gonna go find some food because we're hungry.
Yeah.
So we came to this restaurant across the street called the Restaurant Del Mitre. We all ordered some grilled salmon with vegetables. It smells really delicious.
We got a tomato.
The salmon tastes really good. It's chewy, tender.
Dinner was super yummy. That restaurant was really good. Now we are just gonna head back home because as you can tell it is nighttime, but we will see you guys tomorrow. Hello everyone! So it's the next day and we are still here in Manila.
We're at our Airbnb. It's actually a pretty cool Airbnb. We're up 18 floors. So we can see all of Manila, which is really cool.
Yes, let's show you this view. Look at this. So cool.
Yeah, and you can see some of the mountains.
But the Airbnb also has a pool.
Yeah.
So we
and
really...
the basketball court.
Yep.
It does, yeah. We've been waiting for kids to go play basketball all day. But they haven't showed up, probably because they've seen me come. But
we are just going to go and check out the pool. And maybe if there are some people that start playing basketball, Tim will go and join them. But
yeah. And maybe if there's less, I'll join them.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
6. Bingo! Bingo! Wow, that is cute. Find Lucky in the middle. Let's see who catches.
where'd he go?
Oh my God!
The water's stuck in
Hold on, do I look good?
Well, we just had so much fun in the pool. The basketball thing was actually closed. They did like tennis or something instead. So Tim didn't get to do that, unfortunately.
It's a bummer.
Yeah, but that's okay. There will be other opportunities.
Yeah,
it started raining anyways, so it wouldn't have been a long game.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
It's still been fun.
Yeah. So far, the Philippines have been really, really great. The people, at least. I know it's just been a couple of days that we've been here. We are only in Manila for a couple of days.
We tried to see as much as we could. We did the tour to try to get like history of it too. So
Yeah.
it was definitely a unique experience.
Yes. And I don't think there's that much to do here other than the big touristy stuff. and the malls. So
Yeah.
we didn't want to do that, and plus we didn't really have that much time. It's really cool here though so far. So
Yes, it's been nice.
we are here more for the islands.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we are going to be flying south.
To Cebu.
Yeah, to Cebu. So we're going to be doing so many fun activities there, and we are super excited. If you guys have any recommendations about any like hidden gems or any fun things to do there, please let us know. We would love to know, because I know the locals have the best advice. A lot of the food here involves pork, and we don't eat pork, so I don't know how much of that we'll be showing you. But they are islands, so they do have a ton of seafood. Maybe we will show seafood, see what we can find with seafood.
I'm sure we can find good seafood.
Yes.
We're surrounded by water, so.
Yes, we are excited to try this seafood.
We're just gonna leave you guys here. So if you guys want to follow along our journey here through the Philippines, please like the video and then hit the subscribe button, please. And we will see you guys in the next one.
Bye.